Yeah, 4 boats have broken loose on the Hudson this morning due to those ice jams, multiple road and bridge closures.
378 Menands Bridge is completely closed in both directions, a heavy police presence there. The Congress Street Bridge also closed. So we came over here onto the Rensselaer County side of the river. We drove over the Patroon Island Bridge, but if there's going to be another closure, this would be the next bridge to close because those boats are heading down river.
Ben, I see a school bus behind you. This is causing problems for some of the local schools as well, with roads and bridges closed in that area. Fill us in.
Yep, exactly, Ryan. I am in front of that Congress Street Bridge, and it is definitely closed right now. We haven't seen a single car go over. You can take a look. They are just allowing a few buses go by. But we did confirm from the Troy Police Department that it was Captain JP which struck the Congress Street Bridge right behind me right here in Troy. Now, it cannot be reopened because it is going to remain closed until it can be inspected by the New York State Department of Transportation.
As we've just learned, the Patroon Island Bridge has been closed off. This all started in Troy, and it's creating quite a mess for the morning commute now as well. Nicole, multiple problems here.
This is a major issue here to close the Patroon Island Bridge over I-90 here, completely shut down. Look at that. You know, our last live shot 10 minutes ago, traffic was all backed up. We went on Facebook Live and we saw them shutting down the road. I know it's closed at exit 7. I can see exit 8 here, and there's no traffic at exit 8 as well. Now, how far down the closure goes, I am not sure. I would imagine it goes to at least exit 9.
So take a look at what we found here. It appears to be 4 vessels, from what I can see, at least 2 barges. Captain JP appears to be down there as well, and potentially 1 tugboat. So as of right now, though, they have been floating freely in the Hudson for a few hours, ever since 2:30 in the morning.
And this is one of those wayward boats. I don't know which one it is, and just ahead of it, it's kind of through the branches here, but it's a piece of a dock as well, all kind of mangled up in these ice jams and the very frozen Hudson River here. We're seeing some big tugboats that were helping to kind of direct this. The good news here is this bridge is this boat rather has already come through the Patroon Island Bridge. It did not hit the bridge.
Guys, you're looking at that in live action right now. I'm currently at the Corning Preserve right here out on the Hudson, and you can see we have a tug approaching what I believe is a barge. There are people on the tug, and we haven't seen anyone on this barge yet. So we can see it appears that they are trying to wrangle it. They're pushed very close together.
There's the Livingston Ave Railroad Bridge. That's a concern at the moment.
Yeah, guys, I'm actually out here on the Corning Preserve, and we now see another loose barge coming towards us. And this one, we believe, is the restaurant. We think that this is the rusty anchor now floating down the Hudson River.
Of course, the concern now is, as it's getting closer, is it going to clear that bridge without hitting it? Because, of course, if it hits that bridge in any way, that's going to be a problem. It's going to have to be closed until it can be inspected. And
Amtrak actually uses that bridge, we're told, so that could cause a whole nightmare if they do have some structural damage to the Livingston Avenue Bridge.
Here it comes.
Yeah, it's going to hit that bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clear it's going to happen.
See if it gets hung up on that piling.
Okay.
Right now, we're looking like we're close to impact. Not good news.
If it's missing it right now, it's missing it.
It just bumped into it.
Oh, here it comes. It's turning.
Yep, it's spinning it.
It did actually hit the pillar, Lexi, and now it looks like that force of it hitting the pillar is turning it, which could help here if it makes its way through now. We don't know what damage, if any, was done when it hit the pillar, though, sideways like that.
Right. I can't tell. And from where I'm standing, I couldn't really see how bad that impact was. But check this out. It looks like it's just clearing it by like inches on top.
Yep.
Too.
Yes, that's true. Yep. Now, if it stays in this direction, but if it keeps continuing to swing, then it could potentially hit the other pillar.
Okay.
So can you see?
I'm sure going steady now.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to
clear.
it.
It looks as though it's. Yeah, it's definitely rubbing.
Can you hear it, Lexi? It's hard for us to hear from.
Yes, you can. It sounds like metal scraping.
Yep. The other boat right behind it, though, too. It looks like the boat from the JP Cruise Line right behind it. It's coming toward. That's going to hit the bridge. That won't even fit underneath it.
This one is far too tall to make it through. Yeah. There's a small crowd gathered here at the Corning Preserve watching. And it struck.
Yep. And that's the boat. Yeah, that appears to be the boat from the JP Cruise Line. And you can see there's already damage to the. I can't tell make out if that's the
from the front of it,
the front or the aft of the boat. I don't know which way it's pointing.
We're right next to the rusty anchor here, which you mentioned earlier. I'm going to have Chris pan up to some of that damage on the roof. You mentioned it scraped the bridge, and you can really see the damage on the roof of the rusty anchor.